Hello. So, today we are actually cooking gnocchi and lamb. Now, we are using a pressure cooker. Just a heads up, these things are pretty dangerous. They could explode if you do not do it correctly. Here is our lamb. We already thawed it, and we already took the little strings off. A little gross, but that's okay. Piece of lamb. And then we have 2.5 cups of water in this pressure cooker. So the lamb is like half submerged, nothing too big. And you don't have to just use a pressure cooker. We're only using it so that it'll cook it a lot faster. There you go. Usually people cook it in like crock pots overnight. It's an easy process, but we don't have a lot of time. So here's our pressure cooker. Michelle just locked it. You want to make sure you have that bad boy locked in place, otherwise, like I said, it's going to explode. So, we hit menu until we get to high pressure, okay? And then we hit time until we get to realistically, like 38 minutes. 38 minutes, okay? And then we have it locked. We got to make sure the pressure is good. And we're going to hit start. Alright, so now we're going to cut up 3 cloves of garlic. We don't really need that much because garlic is pretty strong. We also are going to use diced tomatoes for this sauce. You could use your homemade, or just cut up your own tomatoes while you're waiting for the lamb to cook. While we're waiting for the lamb to cook, we're going to want it to kind of fall off the bone. You could get a boneless lamb, and that's a lot simpler, but we got one with a bone. So we're just going to have the lamb cook in the pressure cooker like we showed you before, and then we're going to add it to the sauce. But right now, garlic chopping. So just like a little fact for y'all, lamb is a baby sheep, if any of you didn't know that. So I'm sorry if any of you are vegan, vegetarian, or sensitive, but yes, we are cooking a baby sheep. And no, goat is not related to sheep, and ram is related to sheep, goat, but ram is just an old goat. I learned all of this during class, so the more you know. Random fact for you. Yeah. Chef Saley out here. I don't know how to cut garlic, apparently. Now we're just using like super baby knives, so it's kind of hard. She's using I don't know. What is this? Okay, so once we're done chopping up the garlic, you're going to want to open your cans or get your tomatoes and put it in a big bowl, big enough so that you could place the lamb in once it's done. And you want your garlic to be super finely diced, like I'll give a close up. And yes, we did wash our hands. This isn't gross. But it's like super finely chopped. If it's too big, you're gonna get like chunks of garlic, and that's really gross. But overpowering with garlic if it's not chopped, never good. Tomates. Tomate says muy bueno for you, Mr. Peterson. Anything else you want to add? But no, yeah, just kind of take it slow. Enjoy your process. Cooking is not a race. It's patience. And it's not competitive unless you're on the Master Chef. In that case, good luck. My wrist hurts. Little kid. But yeah, so this entire process, we're not videotaping this entire process. Obviously, we're just videotaping the medium parts of the process in between. Michelle's taking a little bit to open these cans. So, we were thinking about the size of the class, and like I said, the measurements are vary based on like how many people you have. Usually for my family, we do like half a clove of garlic and like 2 cans of tomato sauce, but for the class we have 3 cans of tomato sauce pre-diced, and we're doing an entire clove of garlic. We were just kind of like looking at the measurements, and it didn't really make sense to only use half a clove of garlic. But yeah, We got the rosemary. We got some thyme, garlic powder. Even though we already have all this garlic, we need more garlic. We got basil. We got some oregano leaves. We got sage. And the one and only Italian herb seasoning that you grind it like this. Sorry, too much seasoning. It's a little stuffy in here. So, we're gonna measure out the appropriate amounts. Honestly, like I said, it's kind of based on like your proportion sizes. I just kind of wing it and taste it, and if it tastes good, then I don't add any more. But if it doesn't taste good, then I keep adding seasonings until it does taste good. And of course, you also have to anticipate the gaminess of the lamb, which is going to be reduced because we cooked it in so much water. But yeah, we'll get back to you. Apparently, we have many more. Just kind of gotta keep going. You gotta keep going at it. You need a lot of seasoning for this much tomato sauce. So apparently my family has like 4 bottles of these, so living our best life. Also, out of the 4 cans we had, Michelle put 3 in. If y'all want some input. Is somebody else on? I sure hope not. Ready? Wait. The video's going out. So we have all the garlic. Whoa. Hope y'all like your food garlic. We got some garlic hands.